Hello everybody, it's Gina. This video is a quick video in response to Sandy's video that she put out yesterday. For one, thank you Sissy. She sang happy birthday to me, as she does all of her subscribers that have a desire to be acknowledged. And I was just watching her yesterday's video because I didn't watch anything yesterday because it was my birthday. So I'm behind. And this is what I have to say. As I was watching that, I thought, well, I did that yesterday. She was talking about small changes. We both started our journey really relatively close to the same time. And we've been friends pretty much since the beginning. More than YouTube friends. Almost family. I would definitely know that I could count on her in any situation, and I think that she knows the same. And so I was watching that video. Matter of fact, I just finished while I was still on this. And I thought, well, I did that. So yesterday was my birthday, and prior years, I would have thrown a fit about many things because I was the queen of everything, and still am, actually. My name actually means queenly. But it wasn't in a good spirit, and I was bossy and in control and manipulative. And it was my way or the highway in general years ago. But I would even venture to say that I could maybe have let myself get back there. There's a whole process to this. You can certainly go back and watch a playlist that I have called Storytime, which has my testimony in it. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the past 5 years. Yesterday I turned 55. I started this weight loss journey on my 50th birthday, so it was 5-year anniversary. I'm going to cry right now. I'm going to try really hard not to. Unlike Sandy, I have not made a huge difference in my world. I am down a little under 20 pounds if we're talking the whole process. However, I'm under, it goes up and below 20 pounds the whole time. So anyways, back to what I did yesterday. So in prior years, in a prior world that is the Gina, I would have thrown a fit to get my way or to make sure things were done my way, or caused havoc and caused anger and animosity and more than anything caused damage to my own self, because I would have wanted and expected and had nothing less than what I particularly wanted for my birthday, or for any given day, but for my birthday for sure. So the fact that my honey loves me like he does is quite amazing. He is amazing. I'm telling you all this as a little bit of a backstory so you kind of understand what an accomplishment this was that I did yesterday. And so about halfway through the day, honey goes, well, is there something that you just really like today? And I was like, well, I'd like a cake. And he said, I'm not going to buy you a cake because you won't be able to see. And if you don't follow me, or you're just here from Sandy's channel or whatever, that's a whole nother issue also. Me and sugar aren't friendly. But I love cake. White cake with white frosting, buttercream frosting. And so I was like, all right, whatever. Kind of a little peeved, but I was done. I was like, I just dropped it. Because I knew he had my best wishes at heart. So he has to go to the store and get milk and a couple of things for lunch. I ended up cooking enchiladas for our lunch, We were going to get tri-tip. We were going to go to a restaurant and have it brought in. Just really still not comfortable with that yet. And so I cooked enchiladas. Well, I needed a few things. We needed milk, and so he went to the store. Well, he came back with a cupcake. White cake, white frosting, and a Haagen-Dazs pint of ice cream. I was thrilled. I was like, oh, he is just so sweet. Well, yes, he is sweet. But he also knew that I really wanted it, so he bought it. So last night at like 8 o'clock, Honey was like, I think it's ice cream. I think he said, I think it's ice cream time. And I was like, I was thinking the same thing. And he goes, well, do you want your coffee ice cream or do you want your cake and vanilla? Or do you want coffee and cake? And I said, I just want vanilla ice cream, and I'll share my cupcake with you. And he turned around and looked at me, and he just was like, no, it's yours, whatever. But I could tell by the look on his face that he was like, I cannot believe she just offered to have her cupcake. So I have come a long way. Now, whether that is my vision that has given me the inspiration to do that, or it is the actual desire to be thinner, or just downright flat out maturity. I'm not sure which. But I think it was a huge accomplishment yesterday. And then Sandy put out that video today basically describing what I had done yesterday. It was a small thing to the world. To anyone else, it wouldn't have meant a thing. But to me, to decide to share a little bitty cupcake, half of it with him, not only because I love him and he didn't buy himself one, but because I felt okay with less. And here she is talking about with less each day. And then to top it all off, I only ate half of that and gave the other half to him. Now, he's already had a weight loss journey. He's down 90 pounds. And so I certainly don't want him to gain because of things that I bought and didn't eat. But he was like, oh, I'm not saying I'm not going to take it. So he ate it. So I ended up, and very satisfied, I might say, with a quarter of a cupcake and a scoop of ice cream, not a big old slab of Costco cake with the rest of the cake in the freezer. And if you think I'm lying, I'm not. I would freeze that sucker and eat it until it was gone. Sometimes I would just yank the frosting off frozen and throw the cake away because my favorite part was the frosting. And so, huge accomplishments for me. Secondly, as I'm watching Sandy's video, I'm on Bertha. I had cleaned Bertha and climbed on Bertha when I'm supposed to be in there working, but my knee is feeling better, and I was like, you really need to try to see if it's going to help or hurt to be on Bertha. If you don't know who I'm talking about, obviously I'm on an elliptical. Big Bertha is her name. I got her for my 50th birthday. And she has basically sat dormant for probably 2 years while I sulked and whined and didn't move forward. I had futile attempts at moving forward, but this is basically the diaries of an old fat grandma, the Chronicles of the Grammy, or something like that, because it's just where I am. I know you all love me, and if you don't, you're making fun of me, and I'm sorry for that, but hopefully you'll glean some type of good information for that. I didn't mean to cry. I'm sorry that I am, but I just wanted to share all that with you and with Sandy to let her know that I appreciate her, and I love her, and I love Denise. I love Mary. I love them all. I love them like family. Sometimes, and through some really crazy times in my world, they were my family. Because my family had decided to not be involved in our lives for probably a year and a half. And But I did get to talk to my grandbabies yesterday on the phone on FaceTime. They just drove right past me and went home. They didn't come and see me, but I got to talk to them on Facebook, so that's good. On FaceTime. And I'm sweating. Sorry. Which is good, I guess. And you know what? I've been on here for like 11 minutes and my knee is not hurting at all. So I'm hoping this video turned out. I'm hoping that I don't lose it and stop this because I just want to go little. I don't want to make myself sick and overdo and quit. And anyway, Sandy, this is just really in response to your comment or your video, yesterday. And if you don't follow Sandy, feel free to go and check her out. She is a daily vlogger of her what I ate in a days and kind of what's going on in her world. I'm not a daily vlogger. I'm stuck in this house since March 17th. I've been out maybe now about, I'm thinking at 11 or 12 times, consuming an entire collective amount of no more than maybe 9 hours. Since March, I've been out of my house, and that is just to go back and forth to work, pick up work, and to run to the drive-thru at the bank. I got to go into one store before the second wave hit. I went into Hobby Lobby. Was it Hobby Lobby? You all would know because I talked to you about it. And I went into the grocery store once, and then the second wave hit, and I had to come back in. And so I'm still in my house, and I'm still alive, and I'm still very healthy in my lung capacity. So we're trying to just keep it that way. But anyways, this isn't really a downer, even though I am crying. I'm very happy to share with you all. Undressed and don't care. I am dressed. I do have my clothes on to go to the bank today. But I just wanted to share that with you. Love you all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. God bless.